Okay, hello. I hope we've got everything working on here. We've got a new setup here to do this. This is our live play of Assassin's Creed Origin. We're glad you could join us today. We want to thank AT Ministries, who has sponsored this entire thing. Give him a round of applause. So this is fantastic. Now, we know we had a poll here, and we didn't say we were going to actually obey the poll. We are going to start off this game on easy mode, okay? Just because the point of the game is to examine the content, okay? But when we come to fighting the hippo, and we are going to fight a hippo here, because I've guaranteed AT one hippo fight at least, that will be on normal mode. Okay. So, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to get right in the game. From what I've been told, this game takes place in 49 BC, not 94. That's during the dynastic civil war between Cleopatra the 7th and Ptolemy the 14th. Okay? So, all of this is very, very based upon that Ptolemaic era. Now, just from the opening screen here, we can see a little bit of stuff here of the assassin's uniform. A few comments I can make right off this screen, okay? That shield is not quite period. Okay, the fact of putting that vulture on that's a royal vulture. That's the symbol of Lower Egypt. If he's a Magi, he comes from Upper Egypt. So it's unlikely he would have a vulture on his shield. Okay? The second thing is looks like he's holding a Kopish sword. These things are super short. Okay? Kopish swords are less than 13 inches. Okay? So, right now, we already have some historical inconsistencies here, but we will. I'm actually kind of surprised on how good some of this is. Okay, I do love the look and the feel of it. I'm not sure what the fur is from. Honestly, Egyptians didn't wear a lot of fur, so it was hot. So, not sure about that. But anyway, let's get into the game and let's start looking at the content. Okay. Going to start this game here, and we're going to go easy mode because we do want to get through the content. And all right, and I am playing on a PC with a keyboard. I hope everyone hears the sound. If you don't, please let me know and we'll fix it. It should be fine. We did test this before, so. Lower on the Nova. Alright, just. Let's see if I can up the sound a little here. Okay, falconing is a part of life in ancient Egypt. They did use falcons. That is accurate. I see the statue of Khnum there in front of a pylon. We aren't aware of any Khnum temples at the Siwa Oasis. This was a temple of Amun. The scepter is wrong. Okay, they did have scepters with heads on it, but it would be the head of the Seth animal, not the head of Anubis. So that's not correct. Bent pyramid. That's at Dashur. Dashur is...
You the Magi from Siwa.
Let's see if I can pause that for a
I
moment.
thought Magi was supposed to protect the Pharaoh. I am Magi to no Pharaoh.
He looks a little white to be a Magi.
I can read my own name, Nat. We will find you. We will find you in your sleep. Sleep. I never sleep. I just wait in the shadows, and I will kill you all. Everyone who sniffed the air that day in Siwa! Okay, that blade is a totally modern handle. No Egyptian knife ever looked like that. Who's pharaoh at the time? Probably Ptolemy the 14th or Cleopatra the 7th, depending on who's fighting with the Civil War.
You killed my master and left me for dead. That was a mistake.
Your master was a murderer.
I am his sworn bodyguard. It is a question of honor.
I am the Magi of
You will
Siwa.
die in
Yeah,
this
no
blood
bodyguard
and
was
worthy
dressed like that.
opponent.
Even in Ptolemaic times, this was not a normal
I
hair.
will revenge my master, Rujek.
The sword. The sword that did have straight blades like that, but it had a kind of a straight handguard on it. They've kind of here blended an Egyptian dagger with Ptolemaic sword. So not quite period.
You'll die in this lonely place, forgotten.
All right, let's take care of this guy. This ahistoric poser. Let's get him.
Weak, Magi, but I am powerful.
The big bodyguard's supposed to be the big guy. Yeah. How accurate is the trance? Well, if these are Ptolemaic people, you know, these are supposed to be Greek speakers. Nah, it's just part of the intro where you fall through.
A broken weapon won't save you. This place will serve as tomb to one of us. Let it be you.
Let us call truce. You are not the one I've sworn to kill.
Yeah,
Question
well,
of
I'm killing
honor
him. Let's
is
call
a fight to the
truce.
death.
So be it. Anubis awaits you.
Okay, now we can loot him. Because we all love looting dead corpses. Ah, loot. Nah, I don't want to carry him. Okay, this guy has bracers on his arms and legs. Egyptian soldiers did not use bracers, not even in the Ptolemaic period. I noticed even the assassin here has his bracers. Again, no bracers.
No footholds here. I need to find a way into another room.
This pot is definitely not period. It's a planter. They didn't use ceramic planters like this. So, not period. White backgrounds with yellow, black, and red ceramics. Absolutely, that's fine. This one with the diamonds on it, not period. I don't even know what that is. That's more modern than anything else. So those ceramics aren't modern, or aren't period. No, again, not period ceramics there. I've never seen a ceramic planter that big ever in Egypt. Yeah, these are not period pieces for the most part. Yetzi. Ooh, another pot. Again, not period. Anything here is worth looting? Let's see if there's anything worth looting. Yeah, no? No looting? Ooh, smashy smash. Okay. Blue, that blue one there, very not period. They did have a blue glaze, but blue glaze, Falk smash. I'm angry at non-period pieces. I smash non-period pieces. Smash, smash, smash. More non-period pieces. Big Falk angry. Smash. Okay, let's move on. I think I've had some fun here. Smashing pieces. I'm just here for the ceramic typology.
These scarabs must be coming from somewhere.
Terrible typology. Terrible. Ooh, 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 you see that one here there with the sort of blue glaze in the spout? That's Islamic period. Ooh, ooh. Alright, let's get into this place with really, really big scarabs. I've never seen a scarab beetle that size. And I hope never to. Okay. Now, this is supposed to be at Dashur. Now, I've been to the Bent Pyramid at Dashur. It's flat. There is nothing there except the pyramid. There's a satellite pyramid for a queen at the back. There is a tiny temple. The temple at Dashur is, I kid you not, the size of a living room. And not a big living room. Really, really tiny. Okay, so we're in a temple under a temple, which was never done. They never did this. And it's huge. I have never seen a... Ooh, I see a scarab at the top. We'll get a closer look later on, but that looks like Tutmosis the Fourth. Menkeperu Ray. Okay. Ooh, vault. Okay, 2 statues of what's probably either Isis or Hathor. It gets kind of dicey when you start getting into the New Kingdom, which one's which. But probably Hathor would be my guess off the top of my head. But could be Isis too. Ooh, let's get a torch here. So we don't like to see in the dark. Ooh, and we got cartouches. And this cartouche is not a real cartouche. Okay. I don't know who this is supposed to be. I can read it. I can read the words. The words are pretty straightforward. It's either Ma'a, Mary and Hetep, or Amun, Ma'a, Mary and Hetep. This is doesn't relate to any king I've ever heard of. Okay. Ooh, there it is. There's the nice. Now that's a real cartouche. That's a nice one there. That is Menkeperu Ray, and that is Tutmosis the Fourth. So we know at least this temple dates to Tutmosis the Fourth, even though the New Kingdom never built a temple at Dashur. Oh well.
This must have been built centuries upon centuries ago.
Centuries upon centuries ago. Well, we'll see. Here. Okay. Ooh.
The riches of the
Loot.
ancients.
Only 3 coins out of that? Are you kidding me? Come on. All that loot and all I can get out of that is 3 coins?
Forgive me, Great Amun. I have need of this.
Now, this is a religious kiosk of one of the sacred bulls. We don't know which one. I probably won't want to tell us on the side. And it doesn't. Okay. But there are several of these sacred bulls. This could be Hathor. This could be Nevis. This could be Apis. This could be Bacchus. We don't know which one. All right. Oh, yeah, we're stealing baubles from the dead. Lovely. Lovely. Lots more loot. Let's get some more loot. Woo! That is a throne, although it doesn't look like any throne I have ever seen in Egypt, because you don't have a Roman eagle on the top of any throne. And that's really a Roman eagle. That's not an Egyptian eagle. Egyptian eagles never look like that. So, yeah, that would be... looks like it would be a glass jar, although they didn't make glass that big. Really too big to be glass. There's that throne again. Again, no throne ever looked like this. Not in Egypt, anyway. We do have the winged goddess on the back, but there would usually be a pair of them if there was. So a winged goddess would be normal, although the wings would generally stretch down the sides. Lion on the handle, yeah, that's period. Your winged Uraeus serpent on the side, also period. I'm also noticing, if you look really at sort of the corner of that throne, there's a little tiny figurine of a Uraeus snake. That was actually period. We find that those sorts of little figurines on the back of the throne of King Tut. Okay? So that's period. That's good. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, we got a passageway. And a big sarcophagus. Now, people didn't normally bury... You're not normally doing burials in a temple. That would not... Occasionally, in the late period, there would be burials underneath a temple, like under the floor. But not just in a room. You'd never see this you'd just never walk into a room of a temple and see a sarcophagus. You would have to make a tomb underneath. There's one of those cow gods again. Braziers didn't quite look like that. We do have example of a brazier, and that's that kind of tripod thing behind me. Braziers are generally typically they're more likely to be put on a sledge than have standing on legs like that. Some sort of... I don't know what that's supposed to be. Another probably cow shrine of some kind there. Yep, cow shrine. Remnants of a chariot. There's a remnants of a chariot right there. I can see it. That's kind of cool. I see 3 wheels there for that chariot. just saying that's one wheel too many. Oh, can I? Can I light the... What? Oh, okay. When I'm not hitting it. Yeah, that chariot has one wheel too many. The construction of the chariot is other than that, it looks okay. It does look like a leather sort of construction, which is what we would expect of a chariot. That looks fine. Just needs 2 wheels, not 3. Just saying. There's also a chair on the back of that, kind of a stool chair. Yes, they didn't do stools like that. Anubis Shrine. I see an Anubis chest there. Really cool. I'll post that. That's cool. Okay, just a second. Little boat shrines. Those are very common. This here, that is a canopic chest. And of course, we're going to loot it. That is a canopic shrine. We see one of those in the tomb of King Tut. This would be a canopic shrine for a king. So you have this outer shrine, which has a shrine within a shrine, and inside of that would have been the calcite box that would contain the canopic jars. So, canopic, basically the 4 jars that would hold your vital organs after you're mummified. So you'd be mummified, they would take out your lungs, your heart, your intestines, and your liver. And they'd throw all that slop into 4 different jars. Okay? And each jar has a different head of a different god on it. The 4 gods are the 4 sons of Anubis. Or fire. And look at that, another canopic jar chest. How many internal organs does this guy have that he needs like 3 canopic chests? Okay, so that was fun. Let's just take another look around. Ooh, cartouches. Badly eroded cartouches, hard to read. But the one on the left looks like a Ptolemy. It looks like a Ptolemy, and specifically, it looks like probably Ptolemy the Fourth. So, if that is Ptolemy the Fourth, and it looks like it is, this temple then dates to 221 to 205 BC. So it's getting less centuries and centuries. Not so much centuries or centuries at this point. Okay, so up there, looks like we got the god Horus. He's always fun. Ooh, we got another room. Another room. With another tomb. Again. We got here a picture of, I see Thoth there. He's the one with the ibis-headed god. The guy with a pointy snout. The rest of this is not so clear. The cartouches aren't clear. That other, what looks like a cartouche is actually a name of a place. That's a toponym. Okay, it's actually the circle is supposed to be a crenellated wall. So like a fortress or a city wall. And it says Rekiet Ger. I have no idea where that is. So, let's see what we've got here. We've got more evil Islamic ware there. We have got a destroyed sarcophagus. Oh, we got 2 canopic jars on the ground there. One with a jackal head and one with the human head. Each of those, again, is the sons of Horus. 2 of the sons of Horus. So let's see here. Oh, look, that a shiny jar. Jars in Egypt weren't shiny. Okay, they didn't do burnished ware or glazing, so you wouldn't find shiny jars. All right, what we got here? We got that looks like the goddess Sekhmet, the cat goddess. Probably not Bast, probably Sekhmet, because it has a solar disk on it. I'm not sure again what those 3 cat-like goddesses are. Ooh, look, more loot. Let's try that Animus Pulse. Not that I care that much about loot here. Loot! 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 More loot. And again, that weird Romanesque China, kind of half Roman, half Egyptian chair there, throne. This statue here is probably Re-Horakti, if I was to guess it. It's definitely not Horus. By this point in time, Horus and Ra merge, and it's probably now Re-Horakti. Okay. And again, more... Oh, and by the way, they just didn't throw loot into just rooms like this. Okay? They nicely packaged everything up in boxes or wrapped it, okay? I've never seen a tomb, even one in situ, where everything is just like tossed in like this. I mean, yes, sometimes crammed in, like in Tut's tomb, it was crammed in, but never just piled in like this. Oh, we got a little Sphinx there. He's fun. Alright, where are we going here? I have no idea. That's where we came from, I think. Anywhere we can go here, that's elsewhere. Oh, little kiosk there. These little kiosks are actually period. We do see kiosks in, like, for example, in some pyramids, like in the pyramid of Senwosret II. In fact, a very important discovery was made in one of these kiosks called the Lehund treasure, where it was just basically a hole in the wall that tomb robbers ignored. They just walked right by it. And it was full of a princess's personal jewelry. Really an interesting, great find. But so these little kiosks here for storage are real. We do see these. So another Ray there. Probably again Re-Horakti. And that's all for this little room. Okay. There's a picture of the king of Upper Egypt, the Red Crown. So that's Upper Egypt. Or sorry, that's Lower Egypt. That's Lower Egypt. Sorry. Lower Egypt? Deshret. No, that's Upper Egypt. That's Upper Egypt. Sorry. All right. Okie dokie. I'll come to think of it, that is Lower Egypt. It is Lower Egypt. The Red Crown is Lower Egypt. Okay, so back here. More loot. That is Hathor. I can tell because of the writing on it. I can on the wall. I can see it's Huthor. That is Hathor. Okay, so there. And see if we can get up here. Where am I now? I don't know where I am. No, we have to go around this side. I played this once, like, years ago, but it's been a long time since I played this. Heath there. Go around this. Jump and climb towards the light. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I never finish these things, because I get lost. Okay, so let's see here. Jump and climb towards the light. Where is the light? Over there, I see where it is. Okay. Gotta go around that way. Alright. Okay, up there. Over there. Sliding there. And... oh. Okay. Oh, that looks like a long ways down. Okay. More stuff. Light that thing on fire. Light that thing on fire. Okay. And any more loot? Nope, no. Nope, no more loot. Go towards the sunlight. Where's the sunlight? All right. Okay. We're back on track here.
Ha! Up there. Light.
Light. Okay. Now, how's one get up there? Alt climb, alright?
This wall.
Okay, and no temple in Dashur ever looked like this. Okay?
Soldiers. Of course.
What's that? Get him! Die!
Hepzibah! Watch out!
Fire! Is that you? It is an ambush!
You're telling me?
Now, Ptolemaic soldiers were generally very poorly trained. They did not get much land compared to their ancient counterparts.
Setting up an ambush. It's a good thing.
Poorly trained, poorly paid.
It's been months. Look at that beard, huh?
It's been nearly a year, my friend.
Feels good to get out and fight. I am out of practice. In Siwa, everyone defers to the soldiers on pain of death, or worse.
I've killed one of the masked ones. The Heron.
4 more.
Hey, look, there's a scorpion in the back there.
It's been a long road. You need rest?
No. No rest.
You know, I've never seen a scorpion in
The
Egypt.
masked one's guts lie baking in the sand.
I've seen centipedes,
God.
lots of flies, lots of mosquitoes, lots of dogs. Never seen a scorpion. They just don't walk around like that. Camels are a thing, especially in Ptolemaic Egypt. They did have camels. But it would be really unusual to see that many scorpions walking around. Let's just take a little look here just before we leave here. Oh, okay. Call them out. Stop looking.
There you are, boy.
Let us go, Senny.
How have you been holding
Camels
up
are
since I
mean.
left?
It has been difficult, Bayek.
Whoa. A garrison in Siwa.
Ptolemy wants the entire region kept on the hill. I do my best.
If this is supposed to be at Dashur and we're going to Sela,
use your help.
that's a long
I can.
trip.
But do not forget, I have my own justice to pursue.
I knew I could count on you, Senny.
Whoa.
Whoa. Space contraction.
The garrison soldiers are brutal.
We went
Suspect the villagers lying to them, they burn his neighborhood.
from Dashur to Siwa. Now, Siwa is on the Libyan border. It is a long way from the Nile River.
Whoa.
Let's see, anything interesting here to read?
You move like a tortoise.
Yes, I do move like a tortoise. Thank you. That's because there's so many interesting things to read. Low res though. Okay, it looks like a set being there. Seth Ma'are. Probably Seti the First.
Whoa.
Good. Come on. Welcome home, Bayek. Siwa has missed you.
Yeah, Siwa. I'm not sure Siwa had a lake. It's an oasis, so it had wells. It might have had a small pond area or lake area, but that seems awfully big for an oasis.
Let us get going, old friend.
So,
Ready?
Whoa.
Oh, gotta check out the architecture. Okay, Egyptian homes. We got an Egyptian home. This does not look like an Egyptian home. It sort of looks like a modern Arabic Egyptian home. Basically, there's two stairs when you come to an entrance of an Egyptian home. One stair goes up to the door, and that would be like what we see here. But there's another one on the side that goes up to a shrine. And the way Egyptian homes work is you're supposed to go up the shrine, do your patronage to the local the gods of the house, and then come down the steps. Then you can proceed into the home. Okay. So, Arabic home, but not an Egyptian home.
Whoa. Let us get going.
See what else here we got here. We do have looks like some agriculture of some kind, which we're going to defile with a camel here.
You move like a tortoise.
Yes, yes. These are probably date palms, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, those are date palms. That's nice. That's definitely period.
No sense staying here. Let us go.
Ooh, making a mess. Sorry. Oops, excuse me. Excuse me. Chickens. By this point in time in Egypt, chickens had finally arrived from China. So we do see in the Ptolemaic period the appearance of chickens. Clothing. Let's take a look at clothing here. They will wear, most men will wear a kilt. Most women will wear, say, a sort of a tunic. But we are starting to see the introduction of Greek fashion at this point as well.
Behold what becomes of those who disobey Medunamun, priest to the pharaoh. Take care you faithfully follow his beneficent commands.
The local priests were responsible for taxation as well as...
It is a sacred duty to pay taxes to the pharaoh. It is a sacred duty to heed him in all things.
Priests did collect taxes.
Is a betrayal of the gods.
So that was actually fairly typical. That was true everywhere. That was true in Egypt. That was true in Israel. Almost everywhere in the ancient world, the local temples collected taxes. They were where you went to go pay your taxes.
Behold what becomes of those who
just like going to your post office or your bank to pay your taxes, back in the ancient world, you'd go to your priests. Bonbon asks... Oops, sorry.
Let us get going, old friend.
Bonbon asks, did men and women walk without tops? Men did. Women generally at this point didn't. And even in most times in ancient Egypt, women wore tops. However, contrary to what you might think, the more affluent women wore more transparent tops. Just kind of like today. We had a super chat here. We want to thank. Where did I see it here?
Citizens of Siwa, behold what becomes of those who disobey Medunamun, priest to the pharaoh.
Yosuke says thank you, David and Kiara, for this playthrough. Well, thank you to AT Ministries. He sponsored it, so we owe him the credit for this. Okay.
By order of the royal court. All villagers are required to come forward with any knowledge concerning the Temple of Amun and any secrets it may hold.
Stretch this out a little so I can see this better. Okay, Bonbon asks, why did the rich wear transparent? Because it was a higher grade of linen.
It is a sacred duty to pay taxes to the pharaoh.
It was cooler. It was a higher grade of linen. It was just
to do otherwise is a betrayal of the gods.
Actually, because it was thinner, it wasn't how that was wider weave. It was a thinner thread, which took more skill to make.
By order of the royal court,
okay.
All villagers are required to come forward with any knowledge concerning the Temple of Amun and any secrets it may hold.
Yep, thinner cloth, finer cloth. Lighter to wear. You were cooler. You felt nicer. It was just better. Now, Siwa does have a temple of Amun.
Behold what becomes of those who disobey Medunamun, priest to the pharaoh. Take care, you
Oh,
faithfully
all
follow
right.
his beneficent command.
Out of the way! Get out of the way!
Do my eyes deceive me?
Let us move.
أنا ما سمعت. خير حلو طه.
Okay, again, this looks like a fairly... Actually, it looks very similar to what you'd see in some rural villages today.
Ha bean.
Gaius Octavius asks, during the Ptolemaic period, did the pyramids still have their limestone coverings as shown in the game? Yes. Those limestone coverings would have still been intact during the Ptolemaic period. They wouldn't have been stripped until the Islamic period. And really very late in the Islamic period. You're talking about 16th, 17th century.
No sense staying here. Let us go.
Oopsie. Hit the wrong button. Yosuke asks, what were Egyptian views on modesty? That's hard to answer because there is various views on this. A woman showing her breasts wasn't considered to be a sexual thing in Egypt. Okay? So if a woman did show her breasts, that would not be considered to be immodest. Now, if she showed her ankles, whoa, that's really provocative. No, even today, a woman who shows her ankles in Egypt is considered to be a bit of a tart. Okay,
You move like a
so it's a different focus of modesty. They had their standards of modesty, just different than what we do in the West.
Let us get going, old friend.
Okay.
The villagers are drained of life.
No one in the Wahat could make a move without being questioned, threatened, taxed, or beaten. We all
It's
have
Egypt for
learned
ya.
to obey and keep our heads down.
Egyptians
See
love
how
their
it is.
beatings.
Let's not attract attention.
Are you going to go to your house?
Nothing there.
Taxation
for me.
and beatings. That's Egypt for you.
Whoa.
Get out of there, you get beaten. Necheru, gods.
Whoa.
Awaiting no orders. Staying here. Let us go.
Okay, one thing about soldiers. Soldiers didn't ride on camels. Soldiers rode on chariots. You had camels were not combat animals. Okay, ox card. Interesting. Yeah, basically soldiers rode on chariots or they were on foot. They never rode on camels. Camels were too slow, too unpredictable for warfare. They also didn't ride bareback either, like this.
Let us move.
The Egyptian horse was not an animal designed for bareback riding. So you wouldn't have seen this either. It would have all been strapped on chariots.
Watch out, coming through! Watch out, coming through!
You move like a tortoise.
Multi-floor buildings were a thing in Egypt. That's cool.
Citizens of Siwa, behold
Bayek,
what
take
becomes
care.
of those who disobey
Siwa is a
Medunamun.
dangerous
That
place.
reach to the Pharaoh. Take care, you faithfully follow his beneficent commands. Citizens of Siwa.
Whoa.
Multi-floor houses could be owned by rich or poor people. It's more what determined what was a rich person's house versus a poor person's house had more to do with how it was decorated and how it was built. Okay, than really how how it was, say, how its size. Now, there were houses that were very big. But it was also, it was so easy to build in Egypt as far as a basic house that if your family grew by any chance, you could very, very easily make an addition to your home using mud brick. Imshi! Imshi! Alright.
Ah, home.
Alright, let's get off of
Leave
this.
your mount. He will not stray far. Go ahead on in.
Alright, how do I dismount? There we go. Alright. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that loot. Arrows. Okay.
Rest, my friend. It has been a difficult day.
I have no interest in rest. I must prepare for this man.
Hepzibah! Hepzibah! Once again, the soldiers! Hayek!
Rabia!
She's wearing a lot of jewelry for a poor person.
You know me, eh? You should be worried.
Look at you!
Was she a rich person?
Contusions?
I'm fine.
Sit! Sit!
This woman's loaded.
I'll take
Egyptian
care of it.
standards.
You haven't changed.
You and I
Man, she's got rich. She's
I've
got a
always wanted
bed.
to,
She's got a couch.
made excuses to your parents. Times have changed. But you...
This woman's loaded. I mean, a bed like couch like this is a huge status symbol in ancient Egypt. You know, if you owned a couch like that and a bed, you were like in the top 1%.
Slumbering Osiris. I thought you would never wake up.
Did
Rabia
poor
patched
people
me
wear
up, but I
makeups?
I
just-
Asked
let
Bon.
you sleep.
Bon.
You
Yes,
need to
poor
be
people
alert
wore
to tangle
makeup
with Medunamun.
because of the
fact,
glare
my
of the
friend,
sun,
A new bow.
but they didn't have
Feel you
couches
like it.
or carpets.
Best spot to hit is right in the head.
Is Bayak a proper Egypt name? I would have to look it up, but my guess is it doesn't sound proper on the surface. But all right, let's aim this thing. Draw and
One of the dummies is sturdier than the other.
It is strung well.
I pulled it tight. Take another shot.
dead dummy.
Good.
Hepzibah!
What is it?
Soldiers are coming for you!
Go. Come, quickly.
Yeah, it looks like a Greek dude.
No one gets out of the
Except
house
where's his
alive.
beard?
Hepzibah!
This is Greek times. These guys should
We're
have
just here to
big
talk.
beards.
Nomak Rujek's been killed. Your friend, the Medjay, may have been involved. Come out, if you wish to clear his name.
Dude still looks way too white to be a Medjay. Sorry.
Prepare an ambush.
Okay, let's kill
You
these
will
guys.
find my letters and burn down my place. I will be executed.
Don't worry. I will take care of this.
Watch out.
Alright, C to enter crouch
What's that?
mode.
Who's there?
Keep low. He is getting too close.
What?
F takedown, okay.
Now for the rest of them.
He's going to be surprised.
Gotta loot.
Don't worry.
Do not leave the bodies out in the open. They think they can ambush us. Stay low.
Man, this person is loaded. They got scrolls.
Eyes open. Taking no chances. Keep alert. Well, something's out here.
Okay. This is one of the wealthiest Egyptian homes I have ever seen. And this person is stinking rich.
Not a thing. Hey, hold on. Come on, brothers! This way! Show yourself. A dead man.
Okay, now we've made everybody angry here by killing off a whole bunch of soldiers. I'll leave it to the old lady to clean up the dead. I mean, she's got the money to pay off people. Come on. That house? Now, this woman's crazy rich. Let's loot some more. Okay, can't loot any more arrows. I'm just going to take a look upstairs here, because this lady's load. She's got an Anubis chest. Look at that. She's got an Anubis chest. She's got a huge bronze vessel. Okay, this woman is not in the top 1%. This woman is in the top 0.01%. I mean, she's got books. I mean, a whole shelf of papers here. She's got books. Books are expensive. And look at that bookshelf. It's made of wood. Wood is costly in Egypt. It is really expensive. She's got a library here. Oh my gosh. She's got pillows made of, looks like silk. Those are silk. That's imported from China. And they did, by the time of Ramses III, import silk. Okay? She's got silk pillows. No, robbing the rich usually meant a beating on a real good one. They would rob them if they could get away with it, but... Yeah, this woman is loaded. Loaded. She's got carpets up there. Oh. She's doing very well for herself. Wow. Carpets, couches, amphora, silk pillows, an Anubis chest, tables. She's got tables. She's got stacks and stacks of libraries, shelves. Crazy. Nomarch. Yeah, wife of a nomarch. Yeah, probably. Probably a wife of a nomarch. Whoa!
That does it.
Thank you, Bai.
There's a tiger rug on the floor!
I told you the do not care.
See
I
that?
cannot believe their gall.
There's a
It
tiger
is sad.
rug!
Come upstairs. I will show you all the Magi duties of sea.
Tigers in Egypt! A
All the
white
problems
tiger?
of
That has
Siwa
to be from, like,
are here.
China.
I try to help everyone, but it is more than I can do.
So you are telling me you do not have the powers of a god?
But the real problem is that man you want to kill. Majunimon. The people were hopeful when he first
Yeah.
arrived. Surely things would improve. We soon learned the truth, actually.
Why is that guy beating up a Sem priest?
I fear for the safety of your family, priest. I will move them to a more secure area.
That is the man you're up against.
I will find him and kill him.
Majunimon is a lot more powerful than he looks, and he is surrounded by the finest soldiers.
I do not care.
You'll be killed. You need to get tougher if you want to murder that spindly shit. For sure, you'll need better armor.
I can make that myself.
He doesn't
Weapons
have
are more
any armor.
difficult. The soldiers took everything in the village.
He's in the
I will talk to the
import-export
blacksmith.
business. Yeah,
Yes,
looks like it.
Felipe can certainly make something for you. Or Senu can help you find
Nah,
what you
beating a priest is just a civil offense.
Sen was alive.
You beat up a priest, all you get is a beating
Look who's
yourself.
Senu, old girl. In fine form.
need. Rabia has nursed it to health.
Is that like a
Mas
modern
Blanca.
table?
The people are desperate for your help, Bayek.
That doesn't look
They'll
like
help
an
you
ancient
build
table.
them.
That looks like a modern table.
I understand.
Okay, that bird better be called Horus. Or immersion's broken. Quest completed. The Oasis. Ooh. Serial Bull asks, is the accent accurate? We don't know. Accents are one of those things that changes over time, so it's really hard to know. Okay, so now what are we supposed to do? Alright, open the quest log. Okay, gear up. Side quest. Must hunt wildlife to collect better components. Alright. Craft a breastplate. Really? Okay.
I need to hunt for leather.
And how do I do that?
When you get a chance, take a look at my table. Some villagers need help.
Ooh, water rats. Family reunion. Yeah, whatever.
The freshwater spring in the Amanai cave.
Why does he have a candle lit in broad daylight?
Teramun. Not like
That
him
seems
to
a
give
bit
up.
odd. You know, you only need candles at night because candles are expensive. Hey, of course, this woman has so much money she can just burn it. Okay. Breastplate. Whoop. Yeah. The call Senu to find crafting materials. Okay.
You could visit the military.
Okay, and soft leather. Where am I looking for soft leather? Okay, I see over there. Okay, and a whole bunch over there. Okay. So, now, how do I get back to... Alright, let's go hunting. Andrew Graham, she's got candles to burn. Oh yeah, in broad daylight. Cerebral asks, are all the hieroglyphs real so far? The hieroglyphs are real, but they're not always put in sensical order. So, no, not as good as it could be, but not as bad as I've seen in some places. Next one here.
Ha, Bane!
Fired brick. It looks like fired brick here. You do see some fired brick in the Roman period. It's a little early for fired brick. Egyptian houses at this point are made more with mud brick because it's cooler in the day, warmer at night. So fired brick, not so common at this point. Getting down to a level here where we can actually do something. A flamingo! Shouldn't you be in the water? Yeah, flamingos just don't sort of sit on the dry sand. Not their thing. Oops, how do I change to my bow? There we go. For hunting, we want a bow. Hey, where did my bow go? No bow? Alright, then I just have to probably cut things apart. I hope this thing is a slow-moving cow because I have no bow here for some reason, even though I'm wearing one. I didn't even have to kill that. Look at that. Alright, soft leather. +3. Breastplate requires soft... Okay, I need more, apparently. Oh, you hyena.
This will be enough. Thanks to Neith, goddess of hunting.
Oh, more hyenas. That's kind of a... On the outskirts of a town is a little closer than hyena generally come. They don't usually like to come on the outskirts of towns like that. Oh yeah, it's so wasteful, Patui. Oh yeah, we're just killing animals. Yeah, tons of leather, yeah. Okay, grow to crafting session in the gear page to upgrade your breastplate. Alright, do we have this? Breastplate, outfit, crafting, breastplate. Ooh, my breastplate's increased. And anything else I can do here? Stabilizer glove. Need more stuff for that. Still no bow though. Hunter's bow. Okay.
This will work perfectly.
Okay. But I see a temple up there. Gotta go check out the temple. I see a temple. Let's go check out the temple. Temple's rock. Oh, let's kill that thing first. With a burning arrow here. Yeah, I would think that a burning arrow in an oasis would be a really, really bad idea. But I want to see the temple. Alma Point. Okay, named after something Islamic, I'm pretty sure.
Bandits. How dare they come to this sacred place?
That looks like New Kingdom, probably pillars. It has to be New Kingdom because this is Siwa.
Hey. Hell no. There is no escape!
Oh, I got killed. Alright, let's go. Let's go finish these guys off. First death. Death count 1. I want to see that temple, so nothing's going to stop me seeing that temple. Yeah, killed by robber, very accurate. Very period, too.
What? To kill you! Your time's up, you shit!
Okay, second death. Okay, maybe, I'll try one more time to see that temple, and if I can't see that temple, then we'll move on. Okay?
Hey! Die, mongrel! Foolish mouth drawn to
Okay, there's too many of them.
give me a hand!
Okay, so we can't see the temple right now. Too bad. So, back to Siwa. We've improved our... Okay, the skull above my head means I'm too high for you to beat. Okay, so let's see what's next here. Family reunion, suggestion level 2. Being held prisoner with others for the crime of protest. Alright, let's take a look at that. Close. Well, of course he gets arrested for protesting. I mean, what do you think this is? Washington State? No. This is Egypt. You get arrested and then you get beaten for protesting.
Siwa, behold what becomes of those who disobey Medunamun, priest to the pharaoh.
Mr. Terramoon. Okay. Bump into him.
By the gods, Amun and Iset! Bayek is back in Siwa!
Iset is the Egyptian word for Isis. That is accurate. Probably the wrong way, yeah. This is Egypt. You can just go through the alleys like this.
Bayek! Al-Majah, you're back.
What happened to your blacksmith shop?
Those naked yadat soldiers. Ptolemy's captain
Sorry, what?
saw me making a sword and accused me of being a rebel.
He was not wrong.
Oh, okay.
They confiscated my tools.
Ah, bastards. All of Siwa needs a blacksmith. Even me.
I cannot help you, Bayek. Not until I get my hammer and tongs back. And I have to get that ugly-ass Apap captain off my ass.
Is this captain with the tools somewhere I can find him?
At the foot of the hills west of here. Camp Shetje.
I will get those tools back, and I will take care of the captain.
Nah, I'll just forget about it when I do the main
The
quests.
tools are in Camp Shetje.
Alright. No. What are the main quests here? The main quests here are the ones in, what, yellow? Or... main. Okay, I see the main. Alright, false oracle. That's the main quest. Okay. Great. Find and kill Medunamun. Oh, yeah. Easy. Level 5. Gonna be a piece of cake. Gonna be a piece of cake.
Captain who is behind this, he's in Camp Shetje as well.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do some side quests until we level up here. Because the main quest here, I think, is a little on the high side. Let's see. Let's do a family reunion. That sounds like more my speed here. Terra Moon and the farmers. All right.
You wish you made that bitch.
Yes. Shemeni Nesu.
Siwa, behold what becomes of those who disobey Medunamun, priest to the pharaoh. Take care you faithfully follow his benevolent commands.
Wrong way. By the way, if you're in Egypt, it can be really, really confusing sometimes. You think you're going one way and another. So this is normal in Egypt. Of course, running over people, not so normal.
Hanechero.
Climb almost anything, okay. I'm freaking everyone out here. This might not be a good thing. Alright. Find your target. Okay. Alright, Senu, where is it?
What do you want me to tell you? I know nothing.
About time. All right.
Halt! Stay there!
Up.
Halt! Stay there!
This place is heavily guarded.
Of course it's heavily guarded. It's a temple to Amun. What did you expect? Yeah.
Hang on! Falk! Got you! Got you now!
Let us out!
Okay.
Quickly, go! Where is Teramun? Ah, dear Amun. He has died from his wounds. His family will want to bury him properly.
Oop, now I'm getting...
Hit the dog! You die this day!
Hey!
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. He's not following. All right. Okie dokie. Let's get back to the village. I would admit that climbing skill would be really handy sometimes. Usually something like this would be like a 1 or 2 kilometer walk around. Okay, let's see what we got here. Man, this guy's just too nice a guy to be a Magi. Where's the drunkenness? Where's the carousing? Okay. Oh, I need to bring the dead guy back to his family? Now I find out. Gee, okay. Let's go get the dead guy. He's dead. Why does he need to go back to his family? I'm sure Amun will understand. Okay, we'll go get the dead guy.
I should not be seen in this area.
Why not? Outside of temples are permitted for everyone. Everyone's allowed outside of a temple. It's not a guarded precinct outside. It's where people went to pray. Whoop. Well, that might be a little odd. Oh. Okay, that might not be allowed. Okay. Climbing a temple would not be allowed. Being outside of a temple is allowed.
Hey!
Oh boy.
Hey now! Death for you!
What are you doing here?
Alright, now let's go get the dead guy. What? Dian Salazar, on topic, what happened when people died in temples? Didn't happen very often, but when it did, they just were taken out and buried. Nothing extraordinary happened for people who were died in temple. Sentinel Apologetics adds a super chat here. If David was doing this in reality with drones recording from a distance, one thing I would want to hear is his epic laugh resounding through the hills. Well, you'd already heard that if you'd been here earlier. Especially with the loaded lady. Darkblade. Dead. Dead as Osiris. Dead. That's the credibility of the Mount Ebel amulet. Dead. Well, I have to get around this somehow, I think. Maybe I'm thinking too linearly here. Let me get back here on track. Nope. I just fat thumbed that. Oh, it's that way. Ooh. Okay. Let's see how we... Maybe, okay, if we're going the wrong way, we'll try... like this. No, I don't have a map as far as I know, but... $300 meters. Ooh, there's the moon. No, that's definitely not the right way. It's into the water. Okay.
The gods here are vigilant.
No, I don't have a map. Oh, do I have a map? Well, I don't know where the map is.
Hey, wait!
I just...
Ogozi, you're finished!
Okay.
Which was the goat? Your mother or your father?
Hey, what?
I can hit him! You cannot escape! Bastard!
Okay, I think we're getting close. We're 164 meters away. Well, that's not too far. 300 feet. Ish. Same screen as the inventory, okay. Okay. Let's try not to jump into the fire here. That would be not a good thing.
I bring sad news. Where is Issa?
She lies here, with her son and daughter.
The entire family?
Sadly, I see Terramoon also paid the price for his recklessness. I warned him that his rebelliousness would bring torment and suffering.
But what happened?
They saw the soldiers coming and hid in the cellar. But the soldiers burnt the house to the ground to teach everyone a lesson.
Ah, I am sorry.
Put the body down there. They will journey to the Duat together. So many deaths in the Wahat. We cannot give them a proper burial.
It is not your rebelliousness that got you killed, Seni. It is Ptolemy's sick regime. He is a bad pharaoh.
Alright, let's see what they got set up here for the dead.
Slow down the pursuit! Only get to the others!
I escape! I can take him down!
Okay. More dudes to kill. I wanted to check out that burial tent so bad.
We have the edge. Something's wrong. Hey, keep your weapon close to the
Are these bad guys? I think they are.
Nothing gets through.
If I did, I just killed a villager. Oops, I think I just killed a villager by accident. Okay. There is a lot of chaos going on here. Not sure if I was supposed to be killing those people. You're dying from no reason. Period accurate. Yep. That's period accurate. Okay. Find books. Alright, I'll find book. I don't know. Milo, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Stardew Valley related. Okay, that's a different game. Okay, late.
Ha, Ben! My position gerecht.
Agent Herod.
Okay, let's see what we're supposed to do here. Now, let's pick up where we left off here with the dead. Okay, now, the dead are sometimes preserved in a tent. You know, there is a mortuary tent that is used for mummification purposes.
Work with me.
Uh-oh. They're back.
Out of the way. Backing off now. Stay alert. Won't catch me napping.
They saw me and then they ran. Okay, fine. I'm more interested in the tent of embalming anyway. The tent of Impu. Tent of Osiris.
He will find more than he had here.
Normally in these tents you will find scrolls for doing spells like you find in the Book of the Dead. That's normal. Chairs and desks, or chairs and desks like that, less so. There would usually be a mummification table right in the center. So they wouldn't leave the bodies just on the floor like this. They would put them on a mummification bier. So, But on the other hand, too, if you've got this many bodies, it's unlikely that they would be mummifying them. Usually what happens at this point is if there's a this many bodies involved, it's usually they'll either do a mass grave, or they'll use what's sometimes called a water burial. Now, water burial is not feasible here at Siwa. This is not close to the river. And basically, if you were close to the river and the Nile, what they would do is just wrap up the bodies and just chuck them in the river. That's a water burial. Here in Siwa, they would probably do a pit and a mass grave. So they wouldn't even bother with mummification with this many dead. The one thing about mummification is it's a slow, expensive process. So you had to be middle class or greater to even afford mummification. So, this is not something you would ever find Egyptians doing. And that is one heck of a huge pot. I've never seen a pot that huge in Egypt. Why is that dead person writhing on the ground? Is he not dead yet? Did I just steal loot from a guy that's not dead? Well. Statues. You did find statues at mortuary sites. And when they were doing the mortuary process, that's totally in period. What was that? Corpses squirming, not period. Think you just found a zombie. Could be. Okay. So, let's see what we got here now. Let's go take a look at our quests here. Okay, we still can't... We're just at level 3 here, so we're still below the level quest for the main quest, so let's do the striking the anvil next. Because actually, I want to take a look at those tools. I want to see if they're period accurate. Let's see if this blacksmith's tools are period accurate. Yep. Wrong way. Map at the top. Okay, map. Okay, there's a road. That's a good thing. Let's take the road. The roads are easier. Alright, we'll take the road here. We got the road. Hey, a road. Bad mama, dead bodies don't writhe. In ancient Egypt they do, apparently. That body is writhing.
Move now!
Hmm? Okay. Well, I've got a reticle here, so I don't need the map at the moment, because I got a road, and I got a map, or a close by. So... the roads are always easier to traverse.
Look who's returned to the Wahat!
Alright, let's call Sinu here, and let's get a... see if we can... where's the other one? What a target. Oh well. Alright.
Get out of the way, now!
Stay with me.
Huh? Clear the way!
road. Feels like we're being watched.
Two of us. We'll spot any danger.
Blue paint. Very unusual on Ptolemaic buildings like this. Very unusual. The Egyptians had a synthetic paint called blue frit, which is basically a combination of copper salts or copper metal, natron, a little bit of ash, and
Clear the way!
it was all cooked up into a sort of glass-like component, which was bright blue. It looked almost like lapis or turquoise, and then was crushed. But it's very expensive, so you'd never see it used as a paint on a house like this.
Quickly, go.
You're dead.
Distract the enemy!
Keep tight. Snap his hurt. Come quickly.
Yeah, lapis house paint. Boy, this oasis is just loaded. It's just loaded. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of wealth in this oasis.
My old Medjay outpost.
Old
I should bring
Medjay
Siwa up
outpost,
there.
huh? Alright, off you go.
They will attack on sight here. Benipe's
Alright,
tools.
got the bags, the tools. Yeah, let's see, where's the, I'm gonna look at that map now. Map. And kill Captain. Alright. Is. He's asleep. Nothing I like better than killing targets that are asleep. Yeah. Let's get this guy. Sneaky, sneaky.
That's for my friend. That's everything. Benipe will be pleased to hear it.
Right. And we'll leave the other guards alive just to make it really uncomfortable for them. So the other two are going to have to explain why their captain's dead. Yeah, that's fun. Okey-dokey. We want to thank Mama for a super sticker for $5. Thank you very much. Okay. Where's my spear? I don't have a spear yet. I seem to be killing just fine with that one, though.
Ptolemy. He has brought great sorrow to us all.
Bayek, how did it go?
All
Here are
right.
your tools.
Let's see what these
Captain
tools
won't ever
are.
come back here.
Can I? Can
At
I
last,
see?
I can reopen my shop. Many thanks.
My pleasure.
I found these weapons I had hidden from the soldiers.
Oh, it's just a
choose
King
one for
Saul
yourself.
reference. Okay.
Go ahead, choose one. They're all of equal value.
Ooh. Equal value, huh? Examine.
That bow uses a special twine. It does not strike deep, but you can shoot very quickly.
What else we got here? Examine.
It is not large, but that mace can crack a skull with the best of them. The shield is made with bronze and leather. Good protection. Some weapons bounce right off it.
Some weapons. Oh, great confidence in your stuff, man. You got a bow that doesn't penetrate, a shield that doesn't deflect, and a mace that, well, might work sometimes. I think that you might have problems as a blacksmith, not because of your lack of tools. Just saying. Milo says that's the bow used in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Let's take the mace, because I don't think we're gonna get anything good
It is
here.
not large, but that mace can crack a skull with the best of them.
I'll take that.
Thank you, my friend.
Come by my shop anytime, Bayek.
Ooh, striking the anvil. That's not much of an anvil. That's a tiny anvil. Really tiny anvil. 18 Ministers asks, is Siwa Lower or Upper Egypt still thinking about his falcon shield? Technically, it's in neither. Siwa is actually on Oasis on the Libyan border. Okay? So, it's in an area that's called the Western Desert. So it's not actually in Lower or Upper Egypt. It's close to Libya. It's not quite in Libya, but it's on the border with Libya. Okie now let's go. Let's see what's our next. The next quest here is water rats. We'll take that one next. Find the Ammonite cave in the mountains. Ooh. Let's call her, because I don't want to walk. There he is. Alright, let's go to the mountains. Let's take a look at the map here. Let's take a look at our map. Yeah, the main road here will take us into those mountains. That's fine. Just follow the main road.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a Temenos here. Basically, somebody's property here is being defined by a little brick wall aside here. Those Temenos did exist. Usually more for temples than private accommodations, but they were a thing. And we go up here. Samuel Hardian says, just gotta work. Cool, surprised to see you doing the stream. How accurate is the game so far? Better than average. I would say this, it's better than what you normally get of a game like this. Yeah, pottery and houses are trash, definitely. The pottery is not period. The houses aren't period. The weapons are not quite period. But there's some things that are surprisingly good. Falconing is a good. There's some of the material possessions are definitely period. I will say this, though. The general wealth of the people of this town is way above the norm for ancient Egypt. Way above. Yeah, same with the hieroglyphs. Some are accurate, some are not. Mama, they made the poor people part of the 0.00001%. Oh, totally. Totally. Okay, let's... where's our cave? Go here. Alright, cave is the other direction. Alright. Cave is that way. Oop.
Whoa.
Alright. Egyptian vultures. Yes, real things. There were Egyptian vultures. Okay. Okay. Is hidden in the mountains northeast of... Okay, what's that? A force field? Okay. Not quite sure about this. Okay, what just happened? Our force feels historically accurate. Not the last time I checked. Oh, that's the end of the map there. Okay, so it wants to use Senu. Okay. Alright, Senu. You go look for this stuff. Uh-huh. It's not even the right direction. The map lied. The map, like, totally lied about where that cave was. According to the map, it should have been up there, not there. Well, that's normal. That is actually normal. I have seen topographic maps of Egypt lie about where things were, so that's actually pretty normal. Confirmed. Lying maps. Confirmed.
The Amanai Cave. I used to come here as kids. Bandits must be inside.
Map, yeah. No, maps were never like this in ancient Egypt. We do have a couple maps from ancient Egypt. None of them look like this. Okay, none of them looked like this. Maps in Egypt were typically drawn as straight lines. Okay? Is that a sandstorm hovering over it or a force field? I can't tell. Hard to say. Okay? But we do have some maps of ancient Egypt. In fact, there's one map on the side of the Temple of Karnak showing the Way of Horus from Charu to the Philistine Pentapolis. And it's just a straight line with fortresses on it. And that's how generally maps were constructed or drawn in ancient Egypt. So this is not a period accurate map. The only thing period about it is it lies.
Kit? Is that you? What are you doing?
Eradication area.
Hey! Hang on. Die, you world!
I'll answer it in a moment. Once I finish killing people.
Dead from the moment you got here. The soldiers come, tell me, and I'll...
You pay for that?
Okay. Okay, now what was that question? Now that I finished killing people? Scale of 1 to 100 what? How accurate is the game to ancient Egypt? I would give it about a 40 to 60, about mid-range. It's actually pretty good. I'll say this. Doing a game like this is really hard. Okay? Doing a game like this, historically accurate, is very difficult. You sneaky.
I'm going to cut you, bastard!
Killing people again.
To kill you for that!
Let's loot some people.
Hey! Alarm! Over here!
That's it. Bandits will think twice before coming back here.
Yeah, so I would rate the game definitely on a mid tier here. Let's say 50. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 100, it rates 50. There are things about it that are really, really good. There are things about it that are definitely not period. Okay, so that's where I would rate it. But it's good. It's good. I'll say that. Okay. Wants me to go back to the map here. Let's just go back to the quest, because I don't like... let's actually take a look at this cave a little. Caves are cool. Anything cool in caves? No, I'm not going to kill all those people just to not go in there. Okay. Where'd they get all the wood? Oh. Smash those pots again, out of period pots. Yeah, smash anything that's not period. That's where we get all the pot shards from. Dr. Falk went back in time and smashed them all. Because they weren't period. Okay, so we got rid of all those bandits. And... interesting down there? Doesn't look like anything interesting down there. Yeah. So let's loot. I am almost full. All right.
Bayek, the spring, you got it back. Thank the gods. The farmers need this desperately. I'm very grateful, Bayek. It's like having our Medjay back again.
I am glad I could help.
May Amun walk with you, Seni.
Medjay, let's talk about Medjay for a moment. Medjay are essentially the tribal group who inhabited an area between Thebes and Nubia. Okay? They tend to have darker skin. They really stood out. They were collaborators with the Egyptians, essentially. Their way of sort of dealing with Egyptian hegemony was to cooperate. They would cooperate whenever they could. So when they took over in the Middle Kingdom, Kush, they just said, okay, we're not going to fight you, we're going to help you. And they ended up being mercenaries during, say, the civil war between the Hyksos and the Thebans. And they played both sides. And after the civil war, they were rewarded by given positions of authority all over Egypt, where they would be community leaders, constables, policemen. So, yeah, probably too much loot. So that's what the Medjay were. They were essentially community leaders, constables, etc. And they sort of held a position of neutrality. So they were often liaisons between the Egyptian government and, say, other groups of people. They were, it's kind of odd because they were sort of outside of the social strata. So they were definite, oh, sandstorm. We definitely do not want to be in that.
Must keep my bearings.
Okay. By the way, never do this. Never try to outrun a sandstorm. It's just not a good idea. BC asks, did Egyptians have any kind of compass? No, the compass would not be invented for another 500 to 600 years. So, no compass. I just outran a sandstorm. I can't believe it. Okay, next one. We're still not at a point where we can take that, so we'll have to go to the map here and find some new quests. Alright, what we got over here? Hideaway, side quest. We're at level 3. Let's get our Falcon here to go sort him out. Okay. Didn't like that for some reason. Apparently out of range for the Falcon. But to answer AT's question here, the Magi were an ethnicity, but they were also part of Egyptian society as a whole. Is this a cave? Ooh, spooky. Alrighty, let's take a look here at cave.
What has become of the Necropolis?
Ooh, this is a necropolis.
Pristine here.
Okay.
Out of respect.
Yeah, Egyptians didn't have much respect for necropolises. They looted them all the time. Now, we do find some, say, tombs that are cut into the sides of hills like this. And we do find, like, for example, if you go to Elephantine and you see the tombs of the nobles at Elephantine, there are actually some tombs that have had the rock cut away from them and left these pillars in the rock. Period accurate, definitely. Okay? But those pots are not period accurate. Smash the pots. Alright. Alright. Another. Wow, that is a lot of candles. Okay. What's with the handprints? It's like, what? There's handprints all over that sarcophagus. The large faience green ankh with the wedge in it. That's period. That's authentic. They did use those as basically warding amulets. But the handprints? Yeah, the handprints are weird. And you've got a complete set of canopic jars here. Nice, nice. It definitely looks like a sarcophagus, though, which is fine. You do sometimes see sarcophagus cut into walls like this. That's okay. Handprints? Weird. That's just weird. I've never seen that anywhere. You do see it in prehistoric stuff. But you never see it in, say, Egyptian stuff. Is it? I don't know. Interact? Ah, apparently there is something to that. Alright.
It has been too long, son.
Okay, so apparently it's the tomb of his son. He's got to have a lot of money to keep putting candles like that out there, just saying. This dude is not poor. He doesn't hang with poor people. And that is a pretty messed up antechamber. I don't have to smash here. People have already done it for me. BC asks, did they have candles? Yes, they had candles. You don't find them very often because they don't tend to last, but the Egyptians had bees. They kept bees, and from the bees they got wax, and from the wax you can make candles. So they did have candles. Candles weren't as common as oil lamps, though. I'll say that. Egyptians tend to do produce more olive oil, and as a result, use more, especially in this period of time, oil lamps are a lot more common than candles. But they did use wax. They used wax in candles, and they also used it on writing tablets. So, yeah, they had a lot of this stuff. Patui says Levant had exported a lot of oil to Egypt. I didn't know that they had a big oil making industry. Yeah, they did have an oil making industry. We do have examples shown on, say, some hieroglyphs of them pressing oil, but it wasn't nearly. It didn't nearly meet demand. Okay, so it's one of those things where they did produce some, but they just needed a lot more than they could produce. Yeah, Padui adds, animal fats made for stinky but also useful fuel for lamps. That's true, yeah. Particularly tallow. And the Egyptians did raise a lot of beef. So because they raised a lot of beef, they had a lot of tallow they could have used in lamps as well, even though it didn't smell very good. But olive oil was the primary fuel. That was the fuel of choice for the oil lamps. And as I said, they did produce it domestically and import it. In fact, you could still go to Egypt today and still find places where they grow olives. You see it, like, for example, at Elephantini, they still grow olives there. Yeah, those aren't rabbit sounds, Jack Ray. Those are rats. Rabbits are quiet. What we got here? We have got some mummies up there. Oh, by the way, mummies are highly flammable. But apparently, these have not been. They won't let me set them on fire. But mummies are highly flammable. Hey, just saying. They're dry. Retarded mummies, not period accurate. Okay.
Animals. Using the necropolis as a den. No wonder it looks like this.
Animals always used Necropolis as as caves. Animals always did this. Particularly dogs. Dogs would always find ways of getting into the necropoli. They would eat mummies. This was just really a perennial problem for one of those, basically. Mama asks, don't some mummies also have quite a bit of paraffin in them? Paraffin is a synthetic oil, wax. It's a wax made from oil products. So, now, some mummies do form a waxy compound as a result of the mummification process, but that's a natural wax. It's not a paraffin. Darkblade. Necropolis means death city or dead city, right? Yes. City of the dead. Necropolis. Okay. Necro, dead, polis city. Mama says, I feel like I read somewhere that they sometimes fill the body cavities with wax. No, generally, after the 21st dynasty, they start filling the body cavities with sawdust. Now, that sawdust, the oil in the skin and the tissues goes through a process called saponification. And when it goes into, basically it becomes like a wax-like soapy product. Now that combines with the wax, the sawdust. And once it combines with that sawdust, it becomes very flammable. Very, very flammable. Ah. Okay, I'll post that question on there. Jake asks the question: if a mummy was eaten, would that bode anything further after life? It could. Okay? It could. It depends upon what stage of the mummification death process. It was sort of understood that after a long time, if the mummy had survived long enough, it would have been apotheosized in the afterlife and would be then immune from, say, further decay. But there's a period shortly after the death that if the mummy was mutilated or dismembered, it would dismember the soul in the afterlife. Yeah, the sarcophagus would... The main role, then, of the body after that sort of period, that pre-apotheosis period, was to accept food offerings. Okay, because apparently Osiris did not feed you in the Golden Fields. So you were still dependent upon food offerings in the afterlife. So without the body, the body was important to keep getting food offerings. But if the body didn't survive, well, there was also the sarcophagus, because that's a proxy body. If the sarcophagus doesn't survive, there's still reliefs on the walls. You know, they can accept food offerings. And if those didn't survive, and your statue didn't survive, well, you're out of luck. Then you starved. Ancient history gamer, Osiris is a bad host. Oh yeah, very bad host. Thomas Perez. Man, Egypt's afterlife was awful. Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, so let's continue on with the game here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we are explored this little necropolis. We're a bit far away here from still that whatever that is. Oh wait, interact. Let's see. Got to interact here. Interact.
Grandfather.
Grandfather.
I missed you. I only wish you could have known Khemu.
Yeah, no way to get through there, looks like. Okay. So we're near to that other thing, but Osiris no bueno. Nope, no bueno with from Osiris. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Okay. That's a fun little necropolis, but climb this? Let's see if we can climb. Ooh, look at that. Climby climb. Yeah, where are we? Over there? Okay. Oh. We're up high. There we go. Fine. Okay, what's going on here?
Fenuku, it is dangerous here. Get on home.
Bayek, you're back?
Where is Chenzira?
He wanted to see the skulls in the hyena den, but the hyenas came back. I ran this way. Chinzira then over by the tomb.
You are lucky the hyenas didn't chase you. Go back to the village. I will find your brother. What?
Do I have to tell my parents?
Chenzira got you into this. He will have to talk to them. Now go ahead.
There's a big scorpion there. What's that? An alien scorpion? Yee! Oh, look, there's a scorpion hanging over in midair. Woo! Yeah, scorpions can fly now. Wow. That was special. Okay. Flying scorpion mini boss. Okay. Flying scorpions, period, accurate. Not as far as I know. Okay. See about. Looks like a false door. False doors are a thing in ancient Egypt. At least I think that's a false door. Basically, they're portals to the afterlife. Yeah, Ptolemaic Egypt was weird. Floating scorpions, force field, out-of-date pottery. 18 ministries, it must be period. It's in Assassin's Creed, laugh out loud. Flying scorpions could be. I will say this: if you've been into a cave where there have been like say jackals, or not so much hyenas. You don't see many hyenas in Egypt, but jackals definitely. Jackals and wild dogs. You do see carcasses like this on the floor. I was doing some site proofing once in the Valley of the Monkey, and it was just wow. Yeah, there's a lot of bones on the floor. A lot of bones on the floor. Let's see. Can we read what the thing is on the door here? Gemu, it's gibberish. One of the things you'll notice on the right-hand side of the door frame there is you got the gem bird in one direction, and then the Y in another direction, and then the chick in another direction, and then the reed leaf in another direction. So it's gibberish. It's gibberish. I do see some sketches on the wall there. And it's kind of basically it's the sort of sketches that people would put on walls before they cut it. So we would conclude that if I saw this in, say, a tomb, that this would be an unfinished tomb, because they've got the drawings on the wall but have not yet carved the reliefs. And you do find unfinished tombs. That's actually a common thing you find. Even unfinished temples. Oh, look! More scarabs! Giant scarabs! Okay, I think... some books. Minhotep, great Pa. I think it means Ta. More like Minhotep the Cheap. Otherwise, oh, this is Pa. Okay. There's no way to get all the idols I know are here. I've smashed through one of these blasted walls. The scarabs are vicious. I've come back later with something to kill all the bugs. You're... whatever. Okay. Okay, interesting. Uh-huh, cracked walls, some weak points in the walls. Okay, so... there we go. Oh, look, an unspoiled tomb. Oh, nice. Let's spoil it a bit. Don't bother buying. Don't bother finding it, just smash it a bit. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not finding the little kid, but I don't really care because I found loot. Okay, that's a nonsense cartouche. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. There's that Roman eagle again on top. Again, I've never seen that in anything Egyptian. You don't typically find on, say, beds like this or beers like this, sphinx like that. You will find the faces of other gods, though, like that. But just not typically sphinxes. For example, you'll find like a cow goddess or a lion goddess or something like that. That's more typical of those sorts of furnishings. Yeah, it's the wrong eagle again. That's definitely a Roman eagle. That's not an Egyptian eagle.
Chancellor, stay there. I'm coming to get you.
Bayek, is that you? You've come back.
Oh, I guess we gotta rescue the kid. Without a good smash, though. Smashy smash. Ooh, loot. Alright, no getting out there. Alright, let's see what we get here. Loot, find ancient tablet. How we do that is we start smashing things till we find it. Oh, found more loot with smashing. See? It's a totally effective method of archaeological... Hey, you know, Ron Wyatt used a jackhammer? I can use a smashy smash. Worked for Ron what? Works for me. Okay. I'm not supposed to... What is all this stuff here? I don't know. Any loot here? There should be. I mean, that's necklaces.
How did I get through here?
You're a jackhammer, yep. Oh, Ron White used a pneumatic drill, so, some objects can be moved, can they? Okay. Man, this stuff is lootable. Should be, anyway. Oh, look, we got a sarcophagus. We should be able to... Let's loot that. Can we loot that? No. No. Should be able to just press that thing off and get in there, but... Okay, that's a death mask on the top there. Why isn't that on some mummy somewhere? What's that doing sitting on a table? Yeah, I mean, that's a death mask. That shouldn't be up there. That should be on a mummy. Woo! Okay, and Agathoclea, mother of Teti. Teti's a good Old Kingdom name. Wife of Menhotep. Menhotep's a good Egyptian name. I don't know what Agathoclea is. That sounds like a Greek name. Is like that of Wepwawet. Wepwawet is the fox goddess. Or god. When actually it's a goddess. Because it's Wepwawet is a goddess, not a god. When he ascends and lifts himself into heaven, the eyes of Agathoclea are like those of the Great One, who is chief of the souls of Heliopolis. Heliopolis is the biblical Ianu, where Joseph got his wife. May her radiance prevail in the afterlife. Okay. So they got the gender of the goddess wrong here. But not bad. Not bad. Alright, there should be all sorts of loot here, but we can't get at it, apparently. Oh, we're gonna move this. Move. Push! 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 Alright. Can't push anymore. We're done. Stop it. Let go. Alright. Alright, and looting? Ooh, we got a spear. Ooh, nice. I like spears. Spears are the weapon. Let's see. I don't want to even try this out. Can I try this out? All right. Ain't gonna let me do spear. Kind of sucks because I like spears. Spears are the weapon of choice in ancient Egypt. But you know, it lets me find a spear, but it doesn't let me keep the spear. That totally sucks. Because spears are great weapons. Tiamuet, you are the great cat. The avenger of gods, the emerald one who walked by himself. You were given dominion over mice and rats who stole our grain and decreed we should not starve. May your journey through reed fields be full of vermin. Cats were more than just ratters and... they were more than just rat and mice control. Cats in ancient Egypt were hunting animals. They were trained. Yeah, it seems kind of odd, but... people train their cats to hunt. We see lots of cat mummies here, and they look fairly typical of cat mummies. But people would use them to go hunt ducks. So you would go on a boat, essentially, a little skiff, and you'd have your cat flush out the ducks, and then you would kill the ducks with your bow. Okay? So, cats were trained to be hunting animals, more so than dogs were. So, yes, they did like their cats, because cats were very, very good at what they did. Ooh, star ceiling. Star ceiling. That ceiling of a star pattern with blue, with stars on blue background. Very common in tombs, very common in temples. You see it all over the place in Egypt. Okay. So, we got a little, interesting, right by the, we got here a relief of offerings. So this is an offering relief on the back here. I see there's a little, shrine right above the cats there. Also very common in offering reliefs. I'm gonna take a little... I'm gonna just look at over my on the right here. You'll see relief here, another offering relief. But what's really interesting about this one is you've got, say, in the little square there with the lines is the offerings. But what you have in front of it there is Assyrian. That's an Asiatic. Very interesting that they would have included the relief of a foreigner here. So, that's what Assyrian would have looked like. What would they call a retinue? And it's very, very he's dressed very typically like a Syrian. Okay? Where it's like a wrap of various cloths, and he's got a straight blonde beard. Yeah, that's a Syrian there. Okay. Yeah, what kind of spiders made those webs? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Okay, so... Okay, so... Still haven't found the kid yet. Kid's lost. No more kid. Alright, move to Bing. Oh, maybe it's the other way. Okay, just... You need to smash some pots here. Smashy smash. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna get you out. Eventually. There we go. That chair there, that chair, very interesting chair, because it's copied right from the Tomb of King Tut. It's an ebony chair. It has ebony and ivory inlays. It also has a cow pattern, basically inlaid into the seat, and it's an import from Nubia. So it's definitely 18th dynasty period. It's a beautiful, beautiful chair. Beautiful chair. So, recognize that piece. Okay, let's see where we are here. Oh, there's the kid. And looks like we got that already, light already, so let's take out the sword.
Chancellor, are you all right?
I can't believe you are back.
I can't believe I came back.
You should not be in here.
You shouldn't be in here.
Hyenas.
I should have left
When
you
told
here.
me about that. It is not enough to get yourself in trouble. Now you put your little brother in danger?
But it's with...
What is danger?
All right. I understand. Let's get you out of here.
Bayek, look at that. What is it?
I would like to know myself.
Let's loot.
Must be very old.
Okay.
Someday, I'll learn to read what it says.
Which way did you get in?
That way. But
Yep.
that's where the hyenas are.
Yep, they did get the adolescent braid. Yep.
Bayek?
The kid has got his
want to
kid's
tell
got
you-
an adolescent braid.
Well,
What is it?
Side lock.
it's my fault about...
Boys before hitting the age of puberty would have this side lock on the side of their head.
I wouldn't hurt anybody if I told them.
Chancellor, don't feel bad.
Isn't that a British
No way of
accent?
knowing what they would do. Anyone would have done the same thing in your place.
I guess.
Let's loot. "18 ministers was a period for Magi to be cool uncles." I don't know. They were known for to be drunks. They were more like your drunk uncle. Okay. See, what else can we loot here before we leave this place and have to face some, Okay, that's,
Ancient writing.
Thoth on
In the Old
the right, Sopdet on the, Thoth on the left, Sopdet on the, or Sothis on the right. Okay, so we found an ancient tablet. Oh boy. And a really big sarcophagus. That's the sort of sarcophagus that would hold a bull, not a human being. Just saying. We do have here a Shabti cabinet there. That's nice. Looks like it's full of Shabtis. So, this is another rich man's tomb. Really, really rich man's tomb. Statue there of a cow goddess. Not sure which one. It's got the double uraeus on it. That tends to be post Dynasty 25. You don't see the double uraeus on anything until Dynasty 25. There's that Syrian again. And we got another Shabti container here. Another Shabti box with a whole bunch of Shabtis in it. Typically, when you have Shabtis buried for a very rich man, they would be... A complete set of Shabtis would be 400. Okay? Take a Darkblade. Take a shot every time he references people being rich. Yeah, this is a rich man's tomb. Very, very rich man's tomb. Okay? More than even a no-mark. Okay, this is a crazy, wealthy kind of tomb here. This is like Vizier level tomb. Okay? But with those statues, probably even, you know, you would even expect that to be like a prince or princesses. I mean, really extremely wealthy tomb. Bubble Homeschool asks, is there such a thing as a poor man's tomb? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there's definitely such a thing as a poor man's tomb. Basically, what a poor man's tomb is a... It's a pan grave. You basically dig a hole in the ground, you throw the guy in there, you throw a pot and a spoon. That's it. That's a poor man's burial. Dead guy, a bowl, and a spoon. That's a poor man's burial. Okay? So... 18 Ministries, who would be richer than a no-mark? Would be a vizier. Okay, viziers were incredibly wealthy. So this is the sort of tomb you would expect from a vizier. And a really wealthy vizier. Not just any vizier, only a really wealthy vizier would have a tomb like this. Okay, so I think we've looted this pretty good, but yeah, this is a really rich man's tomb. So let's go kill some hyenas now.
Keep close.
I should ask one thing. Does this have a save function? Or is this auto-save? Does anyone know? Just, I'd hate to lose... someone in the live chat, please answer the question. Is Assassin's Creed Origin autosave, or is it one of those things where you have to hit like F5 to save it or something? Okay. Okay, it's autosave. Good. Awesome. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that's a long ways down, man. Is it supposed to be that way? Just want to check something here. There's no other way out than that? Nope, I guess that's the way out. Yeah, the burning webs are a nice attention to detail here. I do like the burning webs. Okay, let's see if we can go down here. Ooh. Loot. And a skeleton. I will say this. People buried their dead in the tombs of other people. This happened all through Egyptian history. So it's not uncommon to find other bodies in a tomb that did not belong to the original tomb owner. Very common. But, okay. That's tomb jacking. That's a good way of putting it. Tomb jacking. Yeah, that did happen fairly frequently. You know, you would find, like, for example, when I did a site checking of the tomb of Akamosa Nefertari, you know, what's it called now? His name, Carter. He excavated that tomb. And he just threw everything he found in the tomb out into the scree outside of it. And and I found like pieces of thigh bone outs there because you know, that had been buried there afterwards. I want to thank Jack Ray here for gifting the channel with 5 memberships. We really appreciate it. AT Ministries. Is Siwa having the highest density of wealthy Egyptians, period accurate? No. No, it wasn't. Siwa was not a wealthy oasis. Definitely not. Let's get through this here. Tunnel, and... let's see what we got here.
Hyena! Kenzra, hide!
They're still here!
Dead hyena.
It is safe now. You better get home.
Bayek, can I ask you something?
Go
No.
on.
Don't ask me anything.
A child like you one day?
Well, you can start by looking out for your brother and not taking him to dangerous places.
I promise.
Now get back home.
Go home. Get lost, kid. Scram! Imshi! Imshi! Troublemaker. Okay, that was fun. Okay, let's see where we'll go next. Let's check our map again. Okay. Annoying kids. Period accurate. Okay, we're still at level 4 here, so we need another quest here to get us up there. Alright, so let's go back to our map here. Maybe we can do some gear here. Well, let's see. Crafting. Nope. 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 Outfit. Well. Alright, so let's go back to the map here. Mountain of the Dead. Find the tablet. Okay, 101. We did that. We got something down there. The healer. Let's go to the healer. V. Oops. Alright, where's our healer? Where's that healer? Yeah, annoying kids. Very common. Actually, I'll say this. You'll find some pretty cute kids in Egypt. Very interesting. I had some very interesting interactions with children in Egypt. One of the things that you encounter is kids that have, especially if you go to the rural villages. Now, the ones in the cities, they're very Islamic. They won't touch. You're not supposed to touch a female's hand as a male. Okay, you're not supposed to touch females. But children in these towns, these like villages, will want to shake your hand. You know, and they come out to intentionally shake your hand, say hello, greet you, test their English. They could be absolutely charming. The ones in the big cities are not so charming, but the ones out in the villages are incredibly charming. But you do find a couple that are also annoying, I'll say that. Okay, so... the ones in the villages non-Muslim? No, they're Muslim. They just aren't indoctrinated in the same way. So they are Muslim out in the villages. In fact, they're more Muslim out in the villages. The children, you don't get that sort of indoctrination until they start hitting, say, 10 or 11 is when they start really indoctrinating them as to how they should be behaving as Muslims. But it's at that point you start seeing the indoctrination sort of set in. But the attitude in the villages is very different. It's very, very different than what you would find, say, in the cities. Okay. Bubba Hole School, has anyone been to the new capital yet? Are you talking about New Cairo? I was through there in 2019. But I mean, it's a bunch of apartment buildings and civic buildings. It's I was there for. They also have some museums there too, like the Museum of Egyptian Civilization is in the new capital too. I was there for. I've been in there for that. That's a good museum, by the way. I did like that museum. The Museum of Egyptian Civilization. I thought it was it's a nice museum. It's an interestingly organized museum. It's not the same in any way, in any respect, as, say, the Gem or, say, the old Egyptian museum. It's a small museum. It's more laid-back museum. It's meant to cover some of the areas that the Gem did not cover. Like crafts of Egypt, some of the material culture stuff. So they're more interested. That museum is more interested in like fabrics, materials, how things are made, than you would say get out of, say, the Gem or the Egyptian Museum. But it's well worth going to. It's right across the street from a bunch of, say,
Ptolemy. He has brought great sorrow to us all.
I've not sold on him. I mean, I tried the Romans' bill of Gladius combination a few times.
Destroy statue of King Ptolemy. Okay. Let's see what that rates. Nope. Not main quest. This guy doesn't like Ptolemy. This guy's got a definite chip on his shoulder to Ptolemy. I mean, it's not like the Persians were better. Come on. Remember that when you level up, get skill points that you can use to unlock abilities. Well, I didn't know that. Alright. Let's see. Skill level. Let's just take a look at that. Skill points? Skill points. Where are skill points? Here. Abilities. Okay, there's the abilities. What do we got here? Headshots, arrow retriever, assassination. Well, I mean, this is Assassin's Creed. I would think there's... Let's do some regeneration. Parry, air attack, heavily charged attack. Ooh, let's do that. That. Bow bearer, eagle harass, retriever. Let's do some headshot too. And convolute makes time move forward. I'm not so much about that. Air attack. Alright, let's do the air attack, because that sounds cool. Alright, we got no more ability points. Alright, so let's get back here. Ooh. Okay, okay. Okay, we got a super chat here from Justin R for $4.99. Thank you. What did average Egyptians think of the Greeks? Oh, there was definitely tension between them. To put it simply, Egyptians and Greeks did not get along that well. You had in Egypt sort of a bicultural society. The Greeks controlled the capital and most of Lower Egypt. Upper Egypt was controlled more by the Egyptians. Okay, even though the Ptolemies were still in charge. Okay. So Upper Egypt tended to remain an Egyptian society. Lower Egypt was pretty much a Greek culture. So because of that, you did have a lot of tensions between the Greeks. And it was often said that rulership in Egypt was controlled by the mob. Whether that mob was the Egyptian mob or the Greek mob, it was the mob nonetheless.
Rabia!
Bayek! It does my heart good to have you again in Siwa.
18 Ministries says, didn't the Egyptians love Alexander? Oh, sure, because they hated the Persians. Absolutely, they loved Alexander because they hated the Persians so bad. That question up there here. The Persians were brutal. I mean, the Persians were monsters. BC, does Lower Egypt mean the north? Yes, it means the Nile Delta. It means the Nile Delta. We got a nice little cat there. But absolutely, the Persians were monsters. There wasn't a brutal repression that the Persians didn't like. So every time the Persians took over, it was just a brutal repression. So anybody who would come in would have been seen as a liberator. Okay, the question, is this person near the Red House rich too? Let's take a look. Before we talk to her, let's go take a look. Let's go through her stuff. I'm going to take the question up here. Okay. She's got a table. Okay, that would be among the upper class right there. She's got some pots. Yep, that'd be upper class. Okay, let's kill those people first. Alright, he's dead. She's got a stairwell. Ooh, with carpets. And more books. Look at that. Look at that. That dirty little secret of hers. Hiding books here. Yep. Definitely somebody rich. That's doesn't seem to have a second floor to her house, but she's definitely in the wealthy category. This would be in the wealthy category. Definitely somebody who has some assets. Okay. Let's go talk to her.
You nursed Senu back to health. I never expected to see her again.
She is a tough old bird.
And she's wearing lots of jewelry.
Bayek.
She's wealthy.
Epsifa tells me you are healing the villagers as best you can.
She's also got beaded shoes.
That is kind of you.
She's got beaded shoes.
God be blessed.
She's got a big necklace. She's got several necklaces. She is wealthy. She's got dyed fabrics.
To help them, I put together a makeshift perron in the old
this woman is very wealthy.
Friends bring me medicine from Yamu, but now
she's
the
got
soldiers
carpets.
stop everyone entering the village and steal their goods. So we tried to bring medicine on a boat instead.
She's got a
The
dog.
soldiers stopped that also.
Dogs were only owned by wealthy people because they're expensive to feed.
I will get them for you.
Thank you, Bayek. Bring it to the old temple. I must go there
Okay.
Now.
So, I think we're going to stop it here. We're at 10 after 7. We've gone for 3 hours now. It's been 3 hours, right? Sorry, 4. We ended at 7. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to end our first playthrough session. What we discovered today is it's pretty good game. I mean, it's a lot of stuff is period correct. Some of it isn't. That's okay. That's fine. We discovered that the people in the Siwa oasis were living like kings. And some of them were even buried like kings. Somebody want me to give... Let's save the dirty sock rating till the end. Okay? We will give this a dirty sock rating at the end of the very, very last episode, okay? Okay. So that's going to conclude today's session. We want to thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we will see you... see here, I'm just going to take this up here. So, we're so glad you could join us. Again, we want to thank AT Ministries for sponsoring this playthrough. We really appreciate it, and we hope you had a good time and you learned something. So again, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on Ancient Egypt and the Bible. Good night, everyone.